Good day, gentlemen and ladies. You're going to see my tractor from this to this, and the reason why I'm doing that, so stick around. Cheers. All right, folks, so in order to achieve that, and I explain you in detail, the reason why I'm removing the front loader is to re-grease between the front loader and the front loader mount. There's a grease spot that you need to put grease early. If you use it more often, more as you go, but for my use right now, I do it every fall and every spring. So in order to do that, you need to disconnect the front loader from the tractor. And since I'm doing that, I'm doing also remove the backhoe. The reason for the backhoe removal is for greasing also the connecting point, but also to retorque all the boat. And there's a roughly, if I do recall, 32 bolts and nuts to retorque. So let's start by the rear backhoe. So you're going to see me. I have many videos how do I remove the backhoe, and my first one is very popular when I get the tractor a year after, I believe. So I'm gonna lay down flat the backhoe on the concrete right here, which would be better, and then after that I'm going to disconnect the front loader, so stick around. Now for your, again, the reason you need to retorque the boat, the book calls for every 24 hours, which is bad, which is not, I find out in my own experience, between 9 to up to 12 hours, you need to retorque all the boat, the mounting backhoe, mounting plate of the backhoe, you need to retorque all of them. That's why I'm removing it. And for the front loader, yes, up to 12 hours, up to 20 hours, it's not so bad. So of use, all right. And same thing with the backhoe, from 9 to 12 hours for the backhoe, for the mounting plate, back plates, you know what I mean. And from the front mount for the backhoe, definitely 24 hours. It's good, as the book said. All right, so let's do that. So watch out with the control. I hit it and then it went in the back. So when the tractor is running, make sure you clear the control, okay? Now I'm going, when you disconnect those hoses, remember this is a constant flow hose, so you need to disconnect. You need to shut down the tractor when you remove them, and because the hydraulic pump will try to overcome that pressure of the blockage. So I'm going to disconnect that hose. Disconnect. Oh, this one is secure. Yes, I remember. Yes, the reason why this one is secure is because I had a tendency to lose and disconnect. By putting a hose clamp like this, it secured the valve in place. Alright. So this one is a very important valve. You don't want it to never disconnect, and you reconnect it to the tractor. So that way the constant flow is happening, and you just retied that bolt, that clamp here. Alright. Now these two, just simply reconnect it for keeping the dust away. There we go. Alright. The nice thing about the Mahindra tractor is I don't have to remove my 3-point, and this is a strong thing because here we go, I'm already disconnected. Alright, so let's attack the front loader. Alright, you notice I put the safety pin in here so the backhoe doesn't tilt on the left and the right. Now in order to remove the front fell, you need to raise up the fell, drop the legs. Once the legs are dropped, you drop it down and then you disconnect the hose. Alright, make sure you're on the flat surface. It doesn't need to be on the flat surface. What I mean is the same surface from where your bucket is dropping from the front wheel and the rear wheel. That's the most important thing. If you don't have an even ground from the loader all the way to the rear axle, you may put yourself in kind of a trouble, alright? Because it's not gonna be even when it's matching together, alright? So if you're not an even ground, like here, work your front fell and create yourself a flat surface. I already made a video last spring. I was in the field and I found a spot, and that's explaining that to you. But right now, the most important thing on this video is remember, you have a flat surface from the front bucket to the rear axle. That way the reconnection will be better. Alright, so I'm going to show you that. The important, whoa, it was slippery. The important thing is make sure you're even, like I told you. Jiggle a little bit with your controller, and then it will be straight. Back up about 6 inches, and then disconnect your hydraulic hose, which I'm going to show you in detail here. Open the hood carefully, slowly. All right, and then you disconnect the hoses one by one. Put it like this. Oh. Yeah, play with the control once in a while. Then put the cable right above. Like this, hanging down. Try to not put it over the tower, and then just put the dust cap over, put it against dust. All right, so there you have it. I'm just gonna close the hood back. So now you have it, so I'm just gonna back up the tractor a little. Alright, so the reason why I removed the front loader is to get easy access to, retorque all the bolt, well, not bolt, the nuts, no, bolts on this for the front loader, but also to re-grease the here. Alright, this is the mounting plate receiving the backhoe, the front loader, and you can see the wear right there. Okay, so that's why, and the other place is right there, and so that's why you need to keep it grease this area there as you push. All right, there's two places. This is for sporting, when you put something on your bucket, and the one here is when you push with your, like my snow blowing and stuff like that. So you need to put a very thick grease, and you can see, despite of greasing it, the spring, it's already like wear off, and same thing here. The other reason why you keep it greasy is to avoid corrosion. I see too many videos and guys don't grease it, it's all corroded, and corrosion with steel, well, it's aggravating factor. So what I'm going to do is clean it on both there and also here, but also the front loader here and there. All right, so, and the other thing too is the connecting pin. This is the one right there, and the other side too. Now the pin which I put in the bucket, I'm also gonna clean it. So use a rag, clean it. You can use also fuel to help to remove the whole grease, but as long as there's no presence of dirt, sand, something like, it will create a slushy situation. That's for the forward loader. All right, now for the backhoe, yes, definitely there's bolt and nuts to retorque, and there's a lot of it, like all of them here. When I'm pointing, I'm just gonna put the screen, all of them were there, all of these, there. All right, there's also on each side. My darn battery went off. So if the what I find out, if the image freeze and the sound's still going on, it's a problem related with the battery. So I threw it in recycling. So like I was saying, make sure you tie it up, all the bolts and nuts. All right, so now time to clean it up. I'm gonna put some nice music for you folks, and let's do that. All right, use a clean rag, make sure you have a clean rubber glove, because it's kind of messy process. All right, now it's time to use all your dirty rags, I mean oil soaked rag or stuff like that, to clean, to remove all the grease, and then you finish with your cleanest rag so the surface is clean. All right, so let's do that. Time for some music. Alright, for the pin, the connection, what I will do is I'm gonna use white grease, low odor, no staining lubricant, automotive, marine, and farm and home use. I'm gonna try that this time instead of using various type of grease that you found in tubes. So let's do that. Oh, before that I have to do some sanding. Just hold on. Yeah, I found some corrosion in the pinholes in both. It's probably due when one day I was raining pretty hard, and despite of the grease and oil, it does happen. It could be also caused by it was very humid this summer. So yeah, just a light fix, sandpaper. Just gonna do a quick cleaning. All right, time to apply the grease now. You know, folks, that grease is too light. I'm gonna put the thicker grease. Alright, now let's attack the front fell. Alright. Maintenance the vital factor, use the proper grease, but definitely the white grease, I don't know, I'm gonna try a combination of it just for the heck of it. But the corrosion, you need to look for that. And I'm very surprised, perhaps I didn't put enough oil. I didn't put oil this time, but I put the white grease. We'll see the difference. Alright, stick around. Before putting grease, I need to show you something important. It's also a good time when you clean is do a visual inspection. This is the hydraulic hose coming up from the hydraulic control valve right here. And I discovered that was the second year that I had the tractor, the hydraulic hose there, and I hope that you were able to see. Sorry, I hope you were able to see, but right there I put a scuffing pad because the hydraulic hose were getting chafe on that corner right here. And please pay attention and inspect your hydraulic hose, even if they had that that thing here. He went through it, that protecting cover. He went through it, so it's important to I put the scuffing pad, and everything is fine since then. So pay a good look around the hose right there. All right, now I'm gonna grease it. Yeah, I didn't find any corrosion, so that is very strange. Why do I have corrosion in the back and not in the front? Alright, so everything is greased, clean. I forget to mention I did clean the pin for the backhoe and I did grease it. I put also back the white grease on the forward, the front, to see the difference. Alright, so now the last part is our maintenance, is torquing the boat. I don't have a torque wrench. I know in your manual owner operating handbook they have the right torque sequence. Now the operating handbook for the forward hand loader, all right, not the tractor. The tractor, there's a part telling you like this one is a 3/4 side for 19 millimeters. Sorry, this is the same for the torque. All right, so I have my personal. So far I only broke a very expensive all transmission strainer because it was a big bolt, but it only like 25 pound, like hand tight. So I thought like, no, don't do that. So all right, so I'm gonna torque the forward front. Well, pretty tight. Let's do the other one. Oh, it only take 1 minute. 19mm or 3/4. We just started. This is a 1-inch socket set. That was my passed away father, and there's still some remaining of his color. He painted all his tools, but I mean, he passed away in 1990 from an accident, an explosion. So yeah. Now let's do the much longer part, the 32 bolts and nuts from the Backhoe mounting plate. All right, cheers. All right, took me about 10 minutes to find out the right tool. So you're gonna need definitely 19mm. You're going to need also the equivalent of 7/8. You're gonna say also 22mm. You're going to need also 11/16 socket wrench 7/8. All right, so let's start by the big one. That's the 4 big one in the back. It's a 7/8. It's the equivalent of 22mm. And this one, and yes, they are loose. That's why we have to do that every 9 hours. Oh, the camera angle is not good. Just hold on. Right. Have to take care. Oh yes. Oh, smoke, that one was loose. All right. All the bolts are there. Now the forward one. I'm using the 3/4 socket, and be careful about those one in there. Those are the one there, all right? I get to use these one are screwed directly on the transfer case transmission. Transfer case. HST transmission, so be careful, it's cast iron, but just a normal tight. That will do it. Alright, so I did the forward. One thing I forget to mention is these 4 there. Hold on, I'm gonna get the proper tool. And these one are a pain because I don't have access in the back. So sometimes I need to use a crescent wrench. Alright. Now the most important one, it's the one situated there. Right, these 2 screws there are very important. Alright. These 2 are holding the top of the frame, and these one get often forgotten. So let me get the proper wrench. Alright, these 2 screws I'm pointing at, those are 14mm. Oh boy, no, they're tight. Yeah. All right, folks. So let me do the other half on the other side, and we're gonna reassemble everything. All right, stick around. Sorry about that. There's many bolts, and I forget the one here at the rope. You need to retorque them once a while too, because they definitely the felt the Backhoe is playing with these. And don't forget the mounting plate here. This is a vital one. The side of the boat is for this one is 19mm, and the boat in the back here are 14mm. So don't forget. All right, this is I know there's a trick. There we go. There we go. I think we can do that one. Okay, this one was that. All right. This one again. All right. Yeah, they do get loose. All right, I think I cover everything now. So let's do my other one. Stick around. This one that I have the wrench installed, all right, yet often forgotten by me because it's a different side. This one is 3/4 or 19mm compared to the big one, 22mm. Don't you forget about this one. It's always loose. All right, folks, in order to retorque all the bolt for the Backhoe mounting plate, you will need a 22mm, a 19mm, a 17mm, a 14mm. You also need a 9/16. You also need 3/4, which is a 19mm, 7/8, okay, because there's both and nuts to keep. You need to torque on keep tension on both sides. You also need 7/8, like I told you, 19mm, a crescent wrench, a 1-inch socket kit, a 3/4 inch socket kit, one extension, a pre-bar, because sometimes the wrench get cut and you need to unpry it out. All right, so this is the tool you need to properly torque. Also the front loader, which is 19mm, you need a socket for that. All right, on the 1-inch side size wrench. All right, so stick around. By the way, all my maintenance videos are all in my playlist. It's called maintenance video for my Mahindra, or maintenance, or I don't remember exactly, but look in my playlist. It's the one is working with my Mahindra, the other one it's maintenance, and you're gonna see this video. And you know what, I will often use it myself, because I look at the video, what tool did I need to do and how did I did it last time. You know, I'm getting old, like 56 years old. Kind of a technical order before doing the job. References. All right, so let's do the reconnection. Oh dear. There you go. Okay. All right. Since the backhoe is resting on the outrigger, is creating a pressure in the hydraulic system. So yes, do put a piece of wood under. Stick around. All right, folks. When you disconnect the backhoe in up position, make sure you have a block. All right, because there's no way after to reattach it. The way that I was able to reconnect it, and this is at your own risk, all right, is I put a rag, I put it all around, and then I'm just gonna perform like you, right in front of you, like I push it really hard like this, and the pressure just release. It doesn't take too much, all right. So by pushing that little bucket, I release the pressure, and that way I was able to reconnect the backhoe safely, all right. But please do not do that. All right, so either drop it in the ground, put a piece of log wood, but don't let it stand on the hydraulic pressure. All right, lesson learned. So I'm gonna put that old clamp, the mechanism in place of this one disconnect. This one never disconnect on his own. So all right. Oh boy, that was a 10-minute spent for learning experience. The total amount of hydraulic it dropped, it's not even 4 tablespoons. You can see the little stain on the ground. That was something. So yeah, it is. Hydraulic pressure is a formidable, very dangerous high pressure. You have to take care. Safety, wear your glasses, and make sure you don't have a jet blast of hydraulic pressure. I know someone back when I was young, he was cut into with hydraulic pressure from a high crane boom. The hose went broken and he was cut into. Very sad. Yeah, I remember that very well. All right, so let's reconnect that puppy. everything is connected, just reconnect the attach the hose together. I'm gonna show you that in detail. All right, the reason why I'm attaching the cable between the two outriggers, the 3-point attachment, is I don't want the hose getting bent or tangled or cut by vibration from the backhoe, or either from the protective PTO shaft plate or something else. So having it in high ground like this, that will keep them out of trouble. So I simply do a surgeon locking nut, and that will do the trick. And voila. All right, so the hoses are free, they're not bent, attached somewhere or banged some places. I can see them moving freely, and that's how you're supposed to put them. All right, so once everything is connected, attached, hydraulic, you do a good visual inspection like I did, and then you perform a functional test. I'm all greased up. Alright folks, so there you have it. So I'm very happy. I give you some tips. The thing in the back, it was completely unpredicted, so I'm glad that I show you that trick, but be very careful. Hydraulic pressure can kill you. Alright, so be safe doing what I just showed you. The best way is never leave the back on the hydraulic pressure, causing hydraulic pressure from the cylinders. So leave it on a piece of wood on flat on the ground. Alright, don't leave it staying in the air just by holding. It could be it's not good. It's impossible to reattach unless you release the pressure, and it's not good to do. All right, so I hope you like my video. Thank you kindly for all your standing support, comment, feedback, and everything, and let's take care of each other. I know Mark from Manistoke had an accident with his leg. I hope he's doing fine. Mark, take care of yourself, man. We love you. All right, so yes, remember folks, life is very good. All right, cheers.